Hi, this is Evan from TexasFirearms.net. This video is about SKS detachable magazines. Today we're going to talk about SKS detachable magazines. As you probably have known, I designed and built a super rapid release to work with detachable magazines on the SKS, and I have done a lot of testing with different magazines to make sure that it works. You can start with the original clamshell magazine, which you can convert to a detachable mag. Real easy. And if y'all want to know, I'll make a video later showing you how to do it. This requires 2 small welds. And then you have the 30 round Pro mags. And you got a pretty good variation of mags. You have the 75 round drum, which is pretty cool. This thing is heavier than hell with the loaded drum. It holds 75 rounds. And we'll make a video later shooting this. But that's going to be a lot of fun. Hard to find these anymore, but you can get them used sometimes. But there's a lot of discussion about the reliability of SKS detachable magazines. Basically, they're just an extension of the original magazine. It's identical in configuration. Some of the problems are the feed lips can vary a little bit in size, and I personally believe that guns that have not had the bolt mod don't work with the detachable magazines as well, because it tends to put the lips in a bind and it scratches them up, and sometimes the lips will even be too close, and as your bolt's going through there, it's spreading them and moving them, and it can add to reliability issues. But I found in the amount of guns that I've been testing and working with that detachable magazines seem to work just fine. It's just you have to fit them carefully to your gun. There are several things you can do to track down faulty mags. One is you can pay attention to which this is a double feed, double stack magazine. And when you have jamming issues, note which side of the magazine it's feeding from. Okay, one side or the other may be having problems, and you may need to relieve a little plastic from there. Once again, I'll make a video showing you how to correct your magazines when you have issues. And to put the super rapid release and do the bolt mod and put your gun in a plastic stock, you do not modify anything permanently. You can go all right back to the original configuration and run it the way it was meant to run, however you want to do it. But don't limit yourself. Try detachable magazines. I think you'd be surprised. If you give it a fair shake, they work pretty good. This is Evan from TexasFirearms.net. Try detachable mags. I think you'll like them. Just got to be patient and work with them. Shoot straight, be safe. Hi, I'm back in the shop for a few extra comments on the SKS magazines. Now, as you can tell, I'm a big fan of SKS magazines. I love it shooting mags through these. Some people don't have as good a luck as I do, but I think they're not really trying hard enough, to tell you the truth. But whether it be a Tapco or a Pro Mag or the original SKS clamshell, which makes a dandy little detachable mag, one of my favorites are the 10 rounds from Pro Mag. I haven't had any feeding issues with these so far, and they're just handy, light to carry. Don't get in the way much. Just makes for a funner to carry gun. So I like the high cap mag, but I'm really partial to the smaller ones. And one of the reasons I don't like high capacity mag is it seems like when you go over 20, you start having feeding issues. Sometimes the overall length of your rounds affects it. It may be your individual gun, I don't know, but all I know is all the 30 rounders and better mags I've tried, my friends have tried, we don't even use them because they're just a pain in the butt. Plus, one thing I don't like about high cap mag is slinging them. That's just not a good place for your magazine to be when you're carrying a slung gun. You can get it off, but it's a pain in the butt. Now I gotta make a note of the Pro Mag Archangel mag with the built-in release. Good idea, Pro Mag, but I came up with the SR, and I think that's a better idea because the mags, they're just too expensive. You can pay almost double for them. You know, usually at least $10 more than what you pay for a standard Tapco or a Pro Mag, and that's just not real cost effective. Of course, I'm a little partial to the super rapid release, but you can shoot the Pro Mag Archangel 35 round mag with the super rapid release. That's one thing. So if you already have one of these Pro Mags and you want a super rapid release, you didn't waste your money in that Pro Mag. You can still use it, so don't hesitate. And then you can use all your high cap and your low caps and your drums and everything with the rapid release. Now, I see the Pro Mag Archangel is a good solution to a guy that has maybe one gun and only wants one or two mags just to play around with. That might be a good idea, but if you're going to have bunches of mags like most of us does, not real cost effective. One of my customers bought the SR after he purchased the Pro Mag Archangel, and he says now he wish he would have waited, but it still works, so he's happy. And let's not forget, we got the 75 round drums. It weighs 5 pounds. That's heavy. That's a lot of fun too. But in my book, it's hard to beat the Tapcos and most of the Pro Mag. Pro Mags seem to be a little bit more finicky in the 20 round configuration, but I really haven't too big issues of them. I've got a few of them, not as many as I have Tapcos. I like the way that the Tapco is a similar but not matching color to my choke stock. This is not black. A little better than on my Tapco stock, but it's hard to beat detachable mag. And I recommend that if you're going to go detachable mags, don't fit them. Don't do it with your wood stock. They work with the wood stock, but you have to cut out a bunch of wood in there to where they'll go in. And you may not want to do that. It might just be easier for you to get a plastic stock, so they'll fit right in the plastic stock. The mags fit right in the plastic stock because they're already cut out for them. But give detachable magazines a try in your SKS. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I really do. That's my favorite. That is my favorite. That's sweet. And I have about 5 or 6 of these with you. You can handle most anything. Good hog hunting setup here. You don't have to have a magazine with a mag release on it. Get SR and you can use these mags. It makes a big difference. But you do have to fit the plastic mag. That's one thing. And plastic mags are not forever. They don't last forever. Neither do the steel ones. But if you got a bunch of them, rotate them. Try not to use one more than the other, so you just spread the wear around. Eventually you'll wear these out. I won't. I got too many of them. SKS Detachable Mags. Do it. I think you'll like it. I did. I don't think I'd be nearly as fond of the SKS if I hadn't discovered this alternative. While you're at it, you might want to get a bayonet Picatinny rail. Mount a light on your SKS. Don't cut your lug off. Leave it there. It's razor sharp. I know a lot of people will cut them right off of there. It's razor sharp. Just leave it there and put the rail on it. SKS drum magazine. Booyah! This is Evan at the shop with Texas Firearms. Shoot straight, be safe, enjoy magazines in your SKS. Thank you.